Okay, Frank, anybody there? Oh, I got encoding overloading. I don't know what that means. Hello? Anybody out there?
No one's out here. Don't look.
Wow, I wasn't hearing anything. I'm not seeing. Let me see if we have any of our coordinators out here. No, I can't hear you, Frank.
How about now?
Now we can hear you. Olivia, you're out
Had
there?
a
Hi.
hardware mute on my keyboard.
Yeah, you gotta
Sorry
love
about
those hardware mutes.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
That's why you
Olivia.
get a hardware mute where the light blinks and it's directly in your face.
That's
Did you
not the
start
one
the recording?
I did start the recording, but not all that long ago. Steven's here. I'm not seeing Olivia, but I think we're in good shape. Yeah, I've got the hardware mute. That's not the problem. For me, WebEx keeps muting me, so that's the one that I have to watch out for. The hardware one's right in my face, blinking. I can see that one.
I think you can specify on an account basis to automatically join rooms with your mic unmuted, but I don't know.
So it looks like if you come in, there's that little thing where it says start up. If I change that to be on, then it stays on. But as soon as I change it to be off, then it stays off. So I just have to remember to change it before I get to that place. All right. I think we're probably in good shape right now. Anybody disagree? We are sitting at 108 participants. That seems like a reasonable number for this time of year, day. Let's make it work.
Okay. Is that a cue for me to go or?
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess
so-
whoever's starting off.
Yes. Happy end of the week, everyone, and almost Halloween. I hope everyone not doing or finishing Data Structure 6 is going to have a good weekend, and even you too. We have a couple things to get through today, but we shouldn't hold you for too long. Next slide. We're going to look at the upcoming workshop for next week, and then go over a little announcement about some hackathons coming up. And then we have a really interesting announcement from Professor Turner for a possible collaboration with an organization next semester. Then some reminders for you the weekend, and then reminders for what projects are meeting with Professors Turner and Kuzman. Next slide. So many of you probably received an email from Professor Goldschmidt about a list of upcoming hackathons that he's forwarded to us. So we just wanted to kind of remind you to check those out. I just listed a couple interesting ones there, and some of them are usually they're sponsored by some company or another. So Hack to the Future is by Finastra. Hope I'm saying it right, or Finastra. I'm using their APIs. There's one using Alexa, creating skills for Alexa. Lots of really cool things. Check out that email. And yeah, keep an eye out for those. Next slide. Okay, Professor
So
Turner.
I guess this one's me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so RPI is a member of an organization, believe it or not, several organizations, but we're a member of the Careers Cyber Team, and essentially what that is it's an association with Chris Carruthers and our High Performance Computing Center. It's brings advanced computing resources to smaller schools. So it's outreach from RPI and a number of other big institutions to smaller schools. And what they have is they have a set of researcher-defined projects in all sorts of different things, like physical chemistry, parallel analysis of variants in multiple Bayer genomes, hybrid systems. I think there's like 6 or 8 of them. These are always changing. Me scattering and light propagation through a high scattering medium using Monte Carlo simulation. The thing that they have in common is these are people without access to high performance computing who are trying to put together projects on high performance computing sites. The goal of careers is to try to make high performance computing available to the masses. And what they need are bright individuals such as yourselves to be part of the teams working on these open source projects, right? So if you'd like, you can sign up and go to any of these right now. But these are just examples of what they have, and you can see that as we go along. There's a whole bunch of them here. Physical chemistry studies of environmental pollutant transformations, LabVIEW codes for electrostatic collection and analysis of aerosol nanoparticles. You know, there are really some fascinating little projects here. And now I've gone back to the beginning. Let's see how far we go this way, or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, these projects are new in recruiting. These will be not new in recruiting by the time the next semester rolls around. But that's okay, because there were 6 fewer of these just a few short hours ago, or at least a day ago when I had my meeting with the careers team. They are looking for you guys to join these teams. They're looking for you to do a project or to join one of these projects as part of your open source contributions, particularly next semester when they get started up again, or when we get started up again. But they're open to you guys joining now. And the idea is that we'll have mentors on these projects. The researchers on these projects can serve as mentors, and you can kind of go out there and learn the projects and learn the high performance technology, and then you become ambassadors of the technology, and you help out these researchers, you know, who are not necessarily at RPI. This is the New Jersey Institute of Technology at CR Rutgers. Okay, so you know the idea here is again we bring high performance computing resources and knowledgeable individuals to universities that don't necessarily have those resources, and you guys get to work on really cool projects for really cool researchers, and everybody's happy. These guys are going to come and talk to us. They're going to come and talk to us, in fact, a week from today, I hope. At least that's the current plan. And they'll be able to tell you more about this, more about how it's organized, more about what they need you to do or what they would like you to do. But the key is that if you go, if you go to that link, right? If you go to this link, you can come in here and you can either join the team or submit a project. They'd love to have you guys join now. But again, if you want to do it for RCOS, it's probably best if you it's good if you join now, but if you join now and then join again propose this as your RCOS project next semester, we will be certainly very open to this, and it's something that we are really excited about getting started. These are some things that could actually make a pretty big difference, both for the universities you're helping with, who don't actually have students on staff, who don't actually have the experience with machines. And by the way, if you don't have the experience with high performance computing, this is the time to get it, right? I mean, this is something that you can. Here's Rutgers. If you want to take some parallel programming courses, if you want some interactions with Professor Carruthers, all of those are possibilities from these projects. Anyway, I just wanted to publicize this. I want to get you guys excited about this. This seems really exciting to me. Then again, I'm easily excited about parallel computing and things. That was I did a lot of my undergraduate or a lot of my graduate work on high performance computing and parallel systems for solving matrix algebraic equations. So it's near and dear to my heart. Keep this in mind as you're thinking of projects for next semester. If you have a few free cycles, keep it in mind for this semester. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Frank.
Thank you. That's pretty cool possibilities next semester.
Isn't it? I mean, that just it just dropped into our lap. So I'm hoping that they'll do an interesting presentation tomorrow, and yeah, and beer genomes. Let's go. I knew as soon as I said that was the only thing you guys would catch on. Go ahead, Frank. Sorry.
Great. So we just have one upcoming workshop on November 4th. That's Rory's React.js workshop. So definitely check that out. And there will be two next week on the 11th, which we'll announce in the next few meetings. Again, keep an eye out for these.
Or no, they're RPI students, but they're not a part of web tech. So yeah, like they're not in the group.
Okay.
Move on, or
Yep.
was that okay for me? I guess. There we go.
Now, just a reminder for the mid-year review. There are lots of people worried about this. It's not supposed to be anything scary. Just aggregate all of your links from your previous test updates in one. It's not any it's not a scary midterm or anything. It's just giving us a little insight into what you've been doing for the first half of the semester. So that's the minimum you have to do. Get those links, and if you want, you can add on to the file on top of the links and just give a little review of where you think you are, or tell us a little bit about what you've done. So it's a little opportunity for self-reflection and planning. You don't have to do that though. You can just have links only in a text file. Yeah. So yeah, if there are any other questions about that, drop them in the chat here on the server. And I believe, Professor, is this supposed to be due tonight? Because I think it's actually on MidYear tomorrow night.
Yeah. So when I throw these things in, especially something like this, I put in a date and then I forget what I put it in as. Whatever's on Submittee, we'll rule it all. So if it says tomorrow night, then I meant tomorrow. So
there we go.
It sounded
Great.
good at the time.
Okay, says the date is the 31st. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the due date. Again, this shouldn't take you a lot of time. Just get all those links in one place and submit that at the very least. Next slide. And now just reminders for what's due for you this week. Attendance, of course, which we'll get to, and status update and the mid-year review. And that's all for reminders, but I will throw in one extra reminder for mentors. Please go to the mentor meetings. We don't ask too much of you all besides the grading. We know the grading's not fun, but please make every effort to go to the mentor meetings. If you can't, let us know. We've had a lot of people who are not showing up and have not told us ahead of time that they have a conflict. We have some people who have not shown up at all yet. So we will be reaching out to you since many of you are taking this for credit, and that is a large part of your grade. So mentors, please show up. And thank you, of course, to all the people who have shown up dutifully and given some great responses and spawned some great discussions in those meetings. Next slide.
So I haven't done anything on, I think there's two other groups that have contacted me, SMAB and Rensselaer E-Trade Dashboard. SMAB, you chose dates in October, 10/4, 10/11, 10/2, and 10/9. I'm going to assume that means 11, but we won't choose anything before Tuesday, so you can let me know if I'm wrong. And Rensselaer E-Trade, we will choose something for you. Again, your stuff is far enough out there that we don't have to worry about getting you a meeting today. But those two I have to respond to yet. We are continuing with project meetings. In fact, we have 3 right after we close up shop, starting right after we close up shop here. Those are Sage, Used Cloud FS, and Temperature. We also have some coming up on Monday and Tuesday that I'll put in right now. Come on. On 11/3, I think that's Monday. at 5 o'clock, we have RPI campus map. Is 11:3? Is that maybe that's Tuesday.
It is.
Okay, so this is Tuesday. I don't see anything for Monday. Okay, so we have. I guess I'm just going to do these two since. Well, I'll do the other one. It's only 3 of them. 5 o'clock is campus map. 5:30 is something else. Spiral stats. And then on 11:4, at 11 a.m. it looks like. Is used car playground. Okay, those are the only ones coming up before, well, they're the only ones coming up before Tuesday's meeting or around Tuesday's meeting. So other than that, we'll flesh out the rest of this. Before then, we're actually doing pretty good. If you haven't signed up for a time, please sign up for a time. We want to talk to you. We want to find out what you're doing. Any questions? All right. There was one question about, so as you guys start signing up, there were some questions about the open source software course, and the question was, how's the open source software course different from this? So the open source software course is a project course. You will be working on a project for, 2/3 of the semester, give or take. But it's also more of a instructional course. So a lot of the coordinator, Olivia and Stephen have both had it. There's a lot of names that I remember from it in RCOS right now. The idea is we give you some more tools in your tool belt. We'll talk to you a little bit more about Git. We'll set up some Git exercises. We'll show you how to set up Docker. We'll talk to you about CI and CD. We'll give you a lecture or two about licenses. So all the stuff all the knowledge we are assuming you have right now will actually be transferred to you during this course. The course is actually meant to be a precursor to RCOS, and we tried to run it in the summer as a co-requisite because of some. It used to be a 2,000 level course too, but because of needing to have 4,000 level courses for all you rising juniors in the summer semester, we retooled it a little bit, and now it's a 4,000 level course. So we can't really make it a prerequisite for a 2,000 level RCOS. So it's kind of one of those things where I think there's a lot of good knowledge transfer. You learn a lot of the theoretical basis and a lot of how to build a community. A lot of tools, we go through a lot of open source libraries. Some of my favorites are VTK and ITK, which are libraries that I worked in a long time ago. So you'll get a lot more instruction in it, that on stuff that we just expect you to pick up here when you're doing an RCOS project. So we do a little bit on KRS and the Google machine learning. KRS is the man, why am I blanking on the name of it? Anyway, KRS is the interface, or is the new interface to the Google machine learning, big data kind of architectures. So it's just a little bit more instruction and a little bit more, a little bit less of the project, but a little bit more on the instruction. And oftentimes the projects you start in open source software gets carried over into RCOS or vice versa. And I think development, IT, software development is not. I don't know. Come and talk to me afterwards. We can talk about it offline. I'm not really sure how other substitute courses, although, there are a lot of people around who can answer that question So let's get you some answers. Attendance, I think that's the last thing. Submitting RCOS attendance on 10/26 in honor of my remarkable and awesome costume, or I guess in honor of green screens. It's the headless instructor, although maybe it should be the head full instructor, since it's pretty much just a head. And then why is that other window not coming up? I think I broke the pip and pip, Ethan. But we will just have to do it the old-fashioned way.
You broke stuff?
I think so. I don't know where it is, but I can't seem to find it.
It should be opened. It says you're still doing it, so it should have opened
There
in
it
a
goes.
new.
No, it's not it. It did, but then when I moved it, it disappeared.
Interesting.
I can't seem to get back to it.
Okay.
No big deal. I can make my own pip.
You could always refresh the page. That should cancel out the old screen picture in picture, but
I think this will do it. I think I've got
do
it.
as you wish.
There we go. Headless instructor, and there's the dashboard. So get your attendance in. We'll keep this open for a few more minutes, and then we will get started with our first team meeting with.
Oh, Professor. Some people are saying that's the wrong QR code. The QR is not working.
Small group, 10:10.
Yeah, that's tapers. Oh, canvas map and taper.
Okay, yeah, so that would be wrong.
Yeah, so you can head over to your course. Yeah, and you can probably sort by section. Probably the easiest way to get the most relevant one. But lecture 17. Nope, that's still the same one.
Okay, sort by taper. Or sort by
You need to select the one which has lecture, not small group.
this one.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
probably
we're working on identifiers.
I stepped into the exact same issue when I was doing my merged attendance. So if that is any consolation for you, you're not alone.
All right.
I even asked Ethan like what is going on, and that's how I learned.
I don't know that you and I both having problems is a good sign.
Yep, it's already added to the Trello.
I gotcha. All right. So there we go. Is that better? This one's working. Looks like. I still don't have the pip for some reason. If I put away enough windows, it would come up. So we're just going to leave it go for now. Headless instructor on Submittee in honor of this awesome costume, and here's our little friend. I also have to update my Chrome, so I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Oh yeah, that could definitely be it, because it depends on the browser APIs.
Yep.
So if they made an update to the browser API, it might be like, whoa.
Yep. Well, we will resolve this. Okay, everybody good? Who are we meeting with now? This is 10:30 at 5. It's going to be Sage. Sage is first, followed by Use Cloud FS as soon as we get done with Sage, followed by Temperature as soon as we're done with them. All right? So take RCOS for the Arch Away semester. I have no idea. I think that sounds like an apartment thing. So, so Donna, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was private. I will respond to you. There we go. All right. Click the ghost. Click the ghost. Where's the ghost? Click the spider. There's the ghost. Boo. All right. I think that's it. I'm gonna kill the in honor of Halloween. I'm going to kill the recording, and then I'll shut down this meeting and join Sage. Thanks, everyone.